Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Pocket Razors channel. How are you guys doing tonight? We got this thing going live. We happening. Good evening. How is everybody doing today? Trying to make sure we got everything set here. Welcome, welcome. Right on, right on. Looks like we had losers first in the chat tonight. Welcome, loser. Josh Branson. You were in here pretty early as well, getting in here with a few of the other gents. Mark Parks, how you doing, sir? How are you? Bushcraft Rebooted, how are you, sir? Hey, we need to hook up, Bushcraft Rebooted. Your slingy thingies that I've been watching you talk about over there have got me really interested. Let's figure out a time to have a chitty chat about that. I need somebody to educate me and point me in the right direction, which is usually the case with me. How's everything sound? Everything sounding all right? Everything looks like it's working good on this end. Somebody holler at me if we got issues, would you? Mark Parks, Josh Branson, Zach Stuff, Master Moderator. How are you doing, sir? Thirsty Thursday. What are we drinking tonight, Jack? Zach, what do you got going, man? I'm running a little bit of the same stuff I've been drinking. Get me wound up a little bit. Got the sparkling ice caffeine. But after the way the week's been going, if this thing is done, we might go a little OCD and pull something else to nip on a little bit here after we get done. What's been going on with you guys? Start throwing some stuff. You guys having a good week? Crazy week? Zach, looks like you've been having a long week too. Yep. I hope you guys don't mind, but here in a little bit, I'm gonna hop on the soapbox and vent about my week just a little bit. Hopefully it's not too painful, but love getting on here on Thursday evenings and chatting with you guys, and just want to toss a few things out there to you this week. So we'll see. Joe Isabella, how are ya? How you doing there? Stephen Wallace, welcome, sir. What have you guys been up to? Doing the water in a mini can of Sprite. Right on. Why the mini can? Why not the full can? Well, hello, Merlita Robin. How are you? Merlita? Rio? How you doing? You got to be listening. Anna Lynn, thank you for being quiet. I promise, Anna Lynn, as soon as we're done, you can be as loud as you want to be. Josh Branson, you almost went to jail in Food City parking lot today? What the heck? Oh no! I would come unhinged too, Josh Branson. I don't blame you one bit. Jimmy Crow, good evening. How you doing, sir? A little ginger ale for Joe. Very cool. I haven't had ginger ale in a while. Might need to pick some of that up. For a long while, actually. Good crazy. Okay, I like good crazy. Good crazy is good. Crazy with not all good in there. Sometimes not so much. Right on. Yeah. Josh, I struggle to get to Grumpy. It's just mainly, schedules and stuff like that. But whenever I can jump in on there, if I've got a few minutes during the day, I sure enjoy watching his stuff. He's such a good human. Oh, gotcha, Zach. Alrighty. There you go. Wee bit. Yep. Baby steps. Right on. How we doing here? We got a few people in here. I'm just kind of chilling. What did you had it next? It was good. Was she good crazy before or after she became your ex, Zach? Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. What do we got going on here? Let's see. How many we got in here now? Whoa, I looked at the wrong number. Yeah, we still got a few. So just kind of get chitty chatting in here. Kind of wobble along here. I'm gonna throw her down on the table here for just a few minutes. I think if everything works all right and I hit the right button, I think that one will do her right there. Very good. So hey, thank you all for being here. Appreciate you guys. Been looking forward to this all week long. Pocket might be a bit late, but I sent you an email. Okay, if I can get clicked into it here without screwing too much up. Boy, we don't have a bunch of people in here. I might see what we got there. Hopefully I got that one opened up over here. No, maybe not. Let me hop in. Change over to that other one there. Right on, right on, right on. There's Blade Show Atlanta from New Hampshire. The links would be the Blackout Coffee. Yeah, Bushcraft. If you can get the links to Zach, Bushcraft would like to post a couple of links. So with a couple of links to your live, you betcha. I'm trying to raise some funds for a bicycle trip to Blade Show Atlanta. All right, on. That sounds cool. I'd love to get to Blade Show Atlanta. It's just a long shot if I'm going to do it this year, but I'm certainly not going to do it on a bicycle. I don't know how far you're going, but thumbs up for doing it on a bicycle. From New Hampshire. Okay, there you go. I should have kept reading. Yeah, that's the hell of a trip. Blackout Coffee and Buy Me a Coffee. Yeah, as long as you can get Zach to do that, it's not Dutch. So I mean, if he calls an audible on that one, that's kind of between you guys there, Bushcraft. But I'm good with it. I'm good with it if you guys want to do that. And what do we got? What do we got? Teenager to get Josh working. Mine's since you're a teenager to get your family by, so after work off, saving spent $17,000 on a truck. Makes me mad when you can't be sober. Right on, man. And quite honest, it doesn't matter whether it's 100, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000. People just need to respect your stuff. And so much respect has just been lost. So I don't blame you for flipping out. Good job on you for staying unarrested and out of jail, though. Chef's kiss on the look of your desk background, Pocket Razor. What do we got going on? Chef's kiss. What are you talking about? A chef's kiss, Josh? You lost me on that one, bud. Very cool. 1,300 miles on the bike trip. How long is that going to take you to do that? 1,300 miles. You get what? 500 miles a day? No, probably not that much. What's a comfortable daily distance for you, Bushcraft, when you're biking on trips like that? I've never done any long biking like that. Kids, we used to do a Labor Day marathon thing that was like 30 or 40 miles or something, and that was enough to kick our butts back then. Gotcha. Alrighty. So, very cool. Looks like we're still just a few of us. But we'll just keep trucking along here. Got a few goodies out here on the table tonight. Kind of get started off with. Kind of a little before and after on a Griptilian here, and a little before and after on a 940. Kind of thought we'd talk about playing with some knives and building some knives a little bit later tonight, and just thought I'd get a few of them out here, just to kind of lead in with that tonight. Blade HQ M4 940 grade G Jade Green. If I could talk tonight. G10 Jade scales, or natural green micarta, I guess some people like to call it. That's one of my favorite builder knives, and that's exactly where this guy started. Started with one of these, ended with one of here. Ended up throwing some Met and Boss scales on there. Little MXG gear pocket clip on there. This guy over here, it started off kind of as your basic garden variety. Grip tillion there. And, it's amazing. Throw a set of scales on one of those things. And it doesn't have to be expensive. It can get expensive. It doesn't have to be. But it's just amazing how you can kind of change that stuff up. How many of you guys like to play with knives? I mean, as far as customizing them. I know Zach does. He was one of the guys that influenced me years and years ago when I stumbled onto him. He was taking them apart and fixing them up. And I definitely caught that disease. How many of you guys like to tweak, and what kind of tweaks do you like to do? You like scale swaps? You like to leave them alone? Pocket clip here and there, hardware thumb studs. I'd love to hear. Throw it in the chat there. Any ideas you guys have, or what you like to do? What do we got? Josh, and something important to that dude. Right. I mean, that's the problem with these guys anymore. They don't mind going out and busting stuff up, getting arrested, doing whatever. At least around here, they pretty much know, unless they really, really, really screw up large, they're getting out in the morning before breakfast. And then they could give a crap less if they show up for their appearance. Yep. That's a bummer, Josh. I'm so sorry you had to deal with that. About 100 to 150 miles a day, depending on the hills. Yeah, I can imagine. Those hills will slow you down a little bit, but that's still a lot of pedaling, dude. You've been biking all your life, or is this something more recent you've been doing, or as far as the long distance stuff? Slim Tissue, how are you, sir? Welcome. Rory Calhoun, welcome. A little late, but you made it, my man. I sure appreciate you being here. Feeding the turkeys and the deer some leftover popcorn. Right on. If you're going to be late, you might as well be playing with the wildlife out there in God's country. So, why does my table look like Zach's table? I mean, this table here? I don't know. To me, it doesn't look like Zach's table. Some of the knives on there definitely have made an appearance on Zach's table. So, definitely, I know you've seen that one. I don't think Zach's ever had that one on his table. He's had that one on his table a whole lot. And Zach, I don't know. Did you ever have a set of those scales on a grip? I don't remember. Those are the textured G10 scales. Come on, focus for me there. Yeah, I love those things. They just feel the hand nice, but the texture of the milling on those things, just so sweet. This one, I've just left the original clip on. I do have some more clips over here, mainly just because I haven't taken the time to swap it out and get deep carry on it, but it is definitely on the agenda. T-Fetch, how are you, sir? Oh, all right, Josh. Thanks for clearing that up for me, my man. That is just not a term that I'd ever heard, so I just learned something new, which I love. Thank you very much. Alrighty, looks like we're having link shortening issues. Rory loves buying modded knives as well as doing the mods myself. Very cool, Rory. Any particular kind of mods you like to do? Mostly just kind of bolt together. You get into custom mods. I don't get into too much crazy. Mostly scale swaps and stuff like that. Well, hello, Mr. Matisfaction. How are you, sir? Welcome to the squirrel hunt. I'm glad you showed up. Josh, when you find a knife that you like, you want to keep it customized. That was harder to sell and makes more like keep right. Yeah, depending on how you mod it, I guess if you mod it right, it could be harder to keep a hold of because everybody wants to throw way too much money at you for it. But wouldn't that be a nice problem to have? Re-hi all. Well, re-hello to you, T-Fetch. Yes, Zach, it is a butterfly thing. I have the butterfly disease. I've also got the finch disease. blade swaps on them, mark parts. I haven't really done. I mean, I swapped blades, out into different scales and stuff like that. But definitely, there's some 940-ish swap blades out there I've looked at. I just haven't gotten that far down that path yet. There you go. Looks like he's got it up there for you, Bushcraft. Got you buy you a coffee up there, it looks like. Hey, everybody, jump out. Zach's throwing some links up for Bushcraft Rebooted, trying to raise some funds for his cycling down to Blade Show Atlanta. Let's jump in there and try to help him out if we can, please. El Cap, how are you, sir? Welcome. Been a crazy week, my man. I've been meaning to get back to you on what we were talking about via email here, but I will try to hopefully, once we get through the rest of the week, sit down and we'll try to get in touch and see if we can't figure something out. Jimmy Crow's customized 15 bug-out 535s and many other mods for acid etching, scale dyeing, and hardware swaps. Very cool. I kind of want to, and now that I'm kind of getting a little bit of a place set up to kind of start working on that stuff, I wouldn't even mind playing with a little bit of anodizing, but definitely I got some scales I want to dye. These guys right here, I have a Finch that has they call them the ghost green, but basically the JG10 scales. And I know years ago, when I was first kind of getting into the Finch knives, Casey at Knives Fest dyed a set of those in blue, and Finch has done so little blue. I've always kind of thought I wanted to do that, and maybe we'll get to that this year and get that done. But 535s are one of my favorite, Jimmy, to play with as well, as you'll see tonight. 940s, I've done several of those as well. Okay, so Zach, you had the G10, not textured on the grip, just textured the Death Grip carbon fiber. Okay, and that's what I couldn't remember if you'd ever had those or not. But Death Grip just makes great stuff. So just pick your poison, pick what you like, pick what fits, and get with it and have some fun. Sorry, I kind of jumped myself here and kind of messed myself up. People saying hi to everybody. I love it. Slim Tissue, the HK Benchmade Axe is the current project. Marbled carbon fiber with a sterling bolster and DLC coating. That sounds cool. Very cool. Beaver Baron, looks like I think I missed you. There I see you coming in. Welcome, Beaver. Doesn't look like I missed you by much. Hello, welcome. Glad you can be here. There you go, Josh. That's cool. I'd love to see some of the stuff you're working on. Yeah, Slim Tissue. Zach is always talking about some of the stuff you've done. I would love to see some of the customs you've done as well. I know you have a little bit, at least from what I've heard, a little bit of a butterfly addiction as well. Mr. Matty's become quite efficient at putting in a nice detent ramp. Very cool. Nice. Just kind of reading through some of this stuff, catching up with you guys. All right, Rory's jumping in here and says, of course, by watching Zach's, he's modded some scales, hardware, pocket clips this far. Haven't jumped to the step of swapping out blades yet. Did I get that CME changed out? No, I haven't, Rory. Quite honestly, I'm gonna talk a little bit about it here in just a little bit. The last couple of weeks, kind of in my real life world, has just been absolutely insane. Actually, the last month has been, but the last 2 weeks in particular, just been crazy. I've just been quite honestly just struggling to get the little bit of stuff that I've got kind of recorded and do the lives and stuff here the past 2 weeks. I've definitely been wanting to work on some stuff, including that. But yeah, that shaman, kind of my plan on that, Rory, is if I can make it happen, I want to do the full spa treatment on it. And basically what the plan is break that thing apart, take a look inside, get her cleaned up. Probably while I've got it apart, that's usually when I've got a blade out of a knife, is usually when I like to build my own edge. I don't know if I'm going to throw that one on the Wicked Sharp or if I'm going to throw that one on the Work Sharp Pro PA yet, but definitely put that on one of the two. Throw one of the razors on that thing. You know, if it's going to go in the pocket, it's got to be a razor, right? So that's kind of the plan on that. Get it all cleaned up, lubed up, and probably on the way going back together on that thing, it's probably when I'll get that CME on there. I will try to do that this weekend if life cooperates. And like you and I already talked about on that, Rory, I am planning on trying to record that to the best of my ability anyways. Might be interesting to see how that goes. Probably have to edit that together and kind of chop it together, else it'll get really long. Yeah, no, I haven't attempted dyeing yet. I haven't attempted any anodizing yet, but I think with a little practice, a little experimentation, probably screwing up some cheap stuff, probably get her figured out to a certain degree anyways. I'll tell you, some of the guys that do the anodizing and do the brush anodizing and lightning anodizing, those guys are amazing what they do and how they do it and how they figured out how to do that. Jimmy Crow for light green, dyed your 940 with Rit dye peacock green, and synthetic turned out great. Nice, nice. And it seems like the jade ghost green, you know, scales, whatever people want to call them, natural G10, seems like they take most colors pretty well, or at least most colors that I've kind of seen people take them. Seems to have taken the blue well. I think I've seen some people do them with red as well. There we go. Zach Lou turned me on to a cool bionic arm. Right. Nice, nice. How we doing over here? Well, we got a few more people in here anyways. Well, Lefty's still over there doing his thing, I would imagine. Time. Very cool. Right on, right on, right on. So, alrighty. Kind of get moving on here. I think I'm caught up with what most of you guys have been chatting about in there. Thanks for throwing that in. Today was the day Benchmade dropped that new Benchmade 710 Gold class. I was going to get crazy and try to get my hands on one. My personal Benchmade advisor, Mr. Zach, told me they were going to be super popular and don't wait. And I tried not to, but I got hung up at work first thing this morning, and it took me about an hour and a half to get in there at about 8:30 or so. And boy, by the time I started looking, I was sending messages to Zach, where do I go? They're all gone, man. Boy, those things flew out quick. Any of you guys jump in on that? Try to jump in and grab one of those Benchmade 710 Gold classes today. Love to hear about that. That certainly would have been probably the very first big investment knife that I would have probably jumped on. But that is a good looking sucker. And was anybody successful getting their hands on one of those things today, or at the very least getting one ordered so that they could get it coming back your way eventually? Thanks, Zach, for throwing that in there for Bushcraft. Appreciate that. Let's try to help Bushcraft reboot it out here, guys, best we can. Let's try to help him raise in some fundage for his trip. All right, all right, all right. So what do we got? Okay, so why don't we go ahead if you guys want. Go ahead, and we don't got a ton of us in here. Why don't you go start throwing your pocket check out there? But what razors have you got in your pocket today? I want to hear you guys got some razors. Razors. You got sharp stuff. You got dull stuff in there. What do you got in there? But let's do a pocket razor check today. Come on, let's light that thing up. Let's get some cool stuff in there, and kind of show you what I got here in just a little bit. But I think while we're doing that, get some of this stuff out of the way and change up the scenery just a little bit. Mike Jernak, welcome, sir. I see you coming in there. Thank you for being here. Who else is Forrest? Welcome, sir. Thank you for coming in. Looks like I better jump back here and see if I missed anybody else when I looked away there. So, Mike Jernak, got you for us. Thank you for being here, sir. Alrighty, looks like we've already got a few coming in here. Looks like Jimmy Crow has got a custom bug out 535. He's got him a Swiss Army knife, Field Master, and a Rambler all day, every day. Right on. I love it. El Cap is rocking the Narrows. Which one, the original one, or you got your hands on the new Murdered Out one there, El Cap? I definitely think that I'm going to have to probably at some point convince myself to go for that Murdered Out Narrows. Maybe I'll get lucky and find it on a sale. Probably not, right? Crispy Critter, how are you, sir? Your driver, 4 of us, 2 trucks are already cut down and locust uprooting. Ooh, wow, that doesn't sound good. Bushcraft Rebooter's got some Phobos knife, tier 1 mini. It's super sharp. I love it when they're super sharp, razor-like objects. Got you there, Mr. Jernak. All right, Mark Parks today has his AD 20.5 with the titanium scalers. Very nice, very nice. Mike Jernak's got the Claymore with the Hedgehog and the I5T. Very nice. You're hooked up there. I love that Claymore. I haven't carried mine in a while. Might have to pull that thing out and get that in the pocket next week. Crispy. You're okay, El Cap. You don't like that. You like the original. Okay. It's just Murdered Out, dark, blacked out. Not your thing generally, or just in that particular one. You just preferred the other and wasn't crazy about that one. I'm kind of curious. As you guys probably started to figure out, I do a lot of coated stuff. I am into the darker blades and finishes and hardware. I know Zach's mentioned it, but this drives me nuts, and especially we're going to be talking about building some knives possibly tonight and stuff like that. But it's like you're going to have all of your dark hardware and dark blade. Let's get the axis locks. Let's get the liners, even if they're small like that. Let's get them matched up. Could we please, Benchmade? So I love you guys, but I have to admit that kind of drives me a little bit nuts. What else we got coming out there? I'm going to start pulling a few other good things out here. See what else we can find. Uh-oh, looks like we might have found a bug out or two. What do we got there? What do we got? I miss anybody? Got Marks as your AD 20.5. We got that one. Got Mike's Claymore. Very cool. Josh Branson looks like he got the carbon fiber Django and polished DLC LMAX. Arcane Abyss with the ghosted Timascus. The Bug Out CF Elite. Hey, I'm a fan. And, oops, I lost my place. Shouldn't have looked away. Open Pro and copper and an Olight i5T. That's a very solid carry you got going there, Josh. Slim Tissue's got the full-size Crooked River with the Starry Night G-Carta scales. Oh, I love the Crooked River, the mini and the full-size. I haven't picked up a full-size yet, but definitely it is on the list at some point. But Starry Night G-Carta scales and mirrored polished Damage Blade. The SHOT Show Fact with the Mexican Blanket G-Carta and an orange-blue Arkfeld Pro. Very cool, very cool. That Arkfeld Pro Slim Tissue, I've been carrying it a lot. I got several of them, and I've just kind of been rotating them through the pocket. So, just a neat carry in the pocket. Thanks, Zach, for throwing that Blackout Coffee link out there for Bushcraft Rebooted. Appreciate that. Bug Out Bingo. Bingo. That's right. I don't think we have enough bingo pieces out there, do we, Zach? What do you think? What do you think? Should we get some more? Tell me when to stop on the bug outs, guys. Bug Out Bingo or Bug Out Roulette? What should we play? What should we play? Looks like we're filling it up there. There we go. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I don't guarantee I don't have anywhere close to as many of these things as Zach does, but he's not the only one that likes these things. I can tell you that much. Do. Raw finish knives. Okay. Tie stonewash type of thing. Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks, El Cap. Appreciate that. Yeah, and that's the cool thing about what we do is there's no reason when you have to just do one thing. You can always mix it up. And I'm mixing it up a little bit more, but I definitely do, for whatever reasons, I just prefer the coated blades, whether they're black or gray. Um, thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. And the bug out was his name. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And probably what I should have done is not put those out there quite so fast, because now we just have to kind of part the Red Sea here for a little bit. Let's do this. I got a little bit ahead of myself. Well, we're kind of finishing up here, and a few more people are maybe slowly coming in, or maybe not so much. What I had in the pocket today was I had the bug out. Obviously, this is the limited edition 20 CV. This started its life out with yellow scales on it. This was one of the Work Sharp limited edition ones. 20 CV is a great blade, especially in a bug out. It's a great blade in a lot of stuff. But this is the one that I used to put the gills extender scales, XL scales from Glow Rhino on. And that is that guy right there. And then the other razor in the pocket today, let's just say I kind of had the XL knives in the pocket today. That's that new QSP knife, and this has got the extra large scales on that guy, and that one's got the Bowler 390 in it. And then we were just talking about it, but I had a little blue Arcfield Pro along for the ride. Did have the 511 money clip in the pocket, along with the Obuy wallet today as well. Haven't pulled those out, but that's kind of what I had in the pocket today. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate that, sir. All right, okay. What do we got? Stonewash looks nice, but you're not afraid to use it and scratch it like a mirror polish. Oh, definitely bushcraft. And and for whatever reasons, I was worried when I first started to do coated blades that that they would get all messed up and get jacked up really bad. And even on the where's trusty old faithful, even on the bear paw filler, the Benchmade Super Freak. And I mean, this is not a new knife. This was one of my very first Benchmades, and it is, oh, I don't know. I want to say I've had this thing 3-ish years, 3.5 years, something like that. But I mean, it truly does get carried as much as I say it does. I mean, it's certainly got some marks and needs a little bit of love. Looks like it didn't clean that up very well from when I had it in there earlier. Get the old Junkin' Genius Hank. If you guys haven't gotten any Hanks from Junkin' Genius and the old father Shank household, do yourself a favor and give them a try if you're in the market. Love them. I just reached out and have a few more coming this way. She just does such good stuff. I love her stuff. Hey, all right. Thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right, getting back up here. Try to get caught up in the chat. All right. Yes, thank you. That's the B535 BK2 bug out. That is probably my favorite builder knife. That 20 CV Work Sharp is another, if you can still get your hands on those, is another really good builder bug out. Second from the right. This one right here. Yeah, here, let's get this carry stuff out. This one is going to stay out. We'll get these other guys out of the way. Going to get these back realigned a little bit. Second one from the right. Is that the right one there, Mike? Those are the Met and Boss, and those are the kind of, I forget what the exact name, but they were like the airplane scales. I think, gosh, somebody else did one of these. I did these. I originally got these from, where did I get them from? I think Knife Center is where I originally bought them from, as far as the scales. But I've had those probably a couple of years now on there. That was one of the, probably the second or third bug out I played with. And these would be another set of the, oops, missed that one. This would be another set of the Met embossed. These are the laser heat anodized, and these are really smooth on this set right here. Very sharp, but feel very nice in the hand. These right here, these have more of a texture. You can actually feel the lines and the rivets on the airplane skin there. Rory Calhoun, the pocket carry today was 2 Junkin' Genius Hanks, right on, the Mandalorian and the Baby Yoda. Very cool. 3 knives. I don't even know if I can say that without hurting my tongue. You tick? Is that a tick? Let's just call it TikTok. How about that? The EFD Everyday Field Duty, a purple G10, Civivi Mini Praxis with the Ultim, and QSP PP Penguin Smooth. You did the PP Penguin Smooth, right on. I don't know. I just that color has not grown on me. Maybe it will. Picked up a giveaway from KC that got here earlier in the week, and had that fixie in there with the Ultim on it, and did a little bit of a video on this, kind of on the unboxing, but the texture on there in conjunction with the Ultim kind of surprised me a little bit, and once I had it in my hand and saw it, it was like, I like that maybe a little bit more, so maybe it'll grow on me. Yeah, Penguins. Love the Penguins as well there, Jimmy. Definitely got some more of the Penguin love coming down the channel. As a matter of fact, check out tomorrow afternoon, Jimmy. Check the channel out. Got something posted you might like that'll be hitting. It's already scheduled to be coming out tomorrow afternoon. If you guys didn't check it out, also got a video out on this guy here. Would love for you to stop by and check it out on that Finch Hellfire, and that's the Sabotage red carbon fiber that we did on that video, and that is up and out there. Please stop by, check it out. Leave me a comment on that. Let me know what you thought of that knife, thought of that video. Of course, always appreciate it if you guys hit that like button, subscribe, do all that fun notification stuff so we can get together every week. Paul Bessemer, how are you, sir? That's the one you modded, Rory, and either lost it or someone borrowed it. Okay, and then you follow Zach's instruction and got the gilt scales for them with the tritium tubes. Yeah. This guy right here, yeah, I love that. The one thing I'm not digging on this one is the thumb studs. I went ahead and switched the thumb studs, and it's not that I don't like the thumb studs themselves, but these scales are so narrow that when I'm getting that out of my pocket, for whatever reasons, and maybe it's just the way I've been pulling it out, this keeps hanging in my pocket and it's wanting to open it up. So I'm going to go back to a smaller set on there. Didn't have any problems with it today, but I've kind of been a little bit more cautious when I pull it out than I used to be. Amazed at newer DLC and PVD coatings. They're so durable. Yeah, well, coatings in general, they've come a long way. I've had a little experience with some coatings. So, Paul B, did you slip in there? Did I miss you? Paul Bessemer, hey, there you are. How are you, sir? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Jay Corsican? Corsican. Sorry about that, Jay. Good evening, sir. Looks like you guys, a few more popping in here. Welcome. Hey, you guys that are just showing up, feel free to throw a pocket razor pocket check out there. I want to know what razors you got in your pockets today, along with any other good EDC goodness that you've got in there. We've kind of just been slow rolling it here a little bit on the pocket checks and just kind of BSing just a little bit. Thank you for throwing up that link there, Mr. Zach, on the Met and Boss scales. Thank you. Appreciate that. I was not a very good good prepare today and didn't get as many of the links that I would have liked to have done. Unfortunately, life kicked my butt just a little bit. But and Josh Branson, you want to get a freak and a mini freak for me and my son to add to our dad and son collection. Very cool, very cool. I actually like to do big brother, little brother thing. And certainly it could be father, son kind of a thing. But I don't have a ton of them. I do have a few of the bug out minis as well. They are just a little bit on the small size for my hands, and I struggle with those. The 945s, I have more of the little 945s. Those I don't struggle with so much, even though they're small and like those. But yeah, that would be cool, Josh, to do the father and son, and with the Super Freak and the Mini Super Freak. So when you do that, Josh, will you look at the son and you just call him Mini Freak, or are you still going to call him son? Inquiring minds want to know. There you go. There you go. That's right. Yeah, you roll yours to him. He rolls his to his. I like it. Bring him up young. Do. Hey, Angelo, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Ooh, Slim Tissue. I do not know. The S90V 710. That wasn't the gold class. Are you talking about the gold class? No, you're talking about the new version of it that's coming out. Is that what you're asking? I bet you maybe there's a guy with a Z at the front of his name that might have an idea, possibly. Whether or not you got to twist his arm or not to get it out of him, that's going to be between the two of you. Jimmy Crow, bug out, mini bug out. That's right. Phobos has some fixed blades like full size mini Vetronone. It's very cool. Phobos is Vetronone. That's cool. I love it. We're comparing lists. We all have a lot larger lists when we have collections, right? Alrighty. What do we got? Am I missing anything here? Delica and the Endella combo. Yeah, there you go. There's another father, son, big brother, little brother kind of a thing. Ooh, 22-year Green Beret. I bet that guy's seen some action. Very, very cool. Very cool. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for getting your pocket check out and throwing it. And anybody who hasn't got one in there, feel free to dump it in as we're going. I'm going to kind of hop out of the chat a little bit. I'm going to let you look at my ugly face here for just a few as soon as I get back to the old button here. But just kind of wanted to, now that we got a few people in here, as you guys know that have been hanging out here the past few weeks, we kind of got the Pocket Razors channel fired up and going here. And I think most of you probably have a pretty good idea now. It's the conversation has been a big part of why I wanted to do this. And kind of start my conversation, get out there. Mostly, the desire is to just have fun and enjoy each other's company, kind of let the stress of life and stuff not get to us as much, and try to be able to escape that a little bit. Quite honestly, I've had a lot of amazing stuff going on in my world personally. A lot of the people around me have also had a lot of good things going on. But I'll tell you, it's been a bit of a tough week, kind of unexpected, actually. And I'm gonna kind of get on my soapbox, and I hope this doesn't put too many or any. I hope it doesn't put anybody off. But as a lot of you guys know, my partner and I have Oregon Truck and Auto Authority. That it's really no secret. There's swag going out and stuff on some different channels been talked about. Super Squatch obviously has gotten talked about, stuff like that. But our little business, he and I have both been in this business about 22 years doing that. We've had our store for the last 20. This is our 20-year store anniversary coming up here in a few months. And, the last couple of years, our store, we started out as a Line-X spray on bed liner franchise. Is kind of how we started out. And we've been a big fan of that. We've been promoting those products and building that brand here in our area in Southern Oregon. In one way or another, as owners or as employees for other people for the last 22 years. And I don't want to get too deep into this, but long story short, this week, we, along with about 200 other Line-X franchises out there, we have been de-identifying our stores as Line-X franchises and leaving the Line-X family. And quite honestly, we've been embattled with Line-X over this for a couple 2.5 years. I think a lot of people have had no idea that's been going on. Some people have, but quite honestly, it just kind of sucks to kind of put so much effort into something for 22 years, and you just have greed. People that just think that they feel like they need to come in and dictate terms to people that have worked their fingers to the bone, try to build something for their families, their friends, their employees, and do that. I'm going to ask Zach if you'd throw up that link. Thank you, Zach. It looks like you're ahead of me. There was an article a few weeks ago, and like I said, I don't want to get deep into this. It's not my point to sit here and quite honestly, it's not my point to piss and moan about our problems. I'd say my partner and I, we feel really good about where we're at. We're actually excited to be moving forward finally. It's just that as we've been de-identifying this last week, and tomorrow we'll finish up our last day as a Line-X franchise, and then starting forward next week, we'll have a new product, and we can get into that later. But there's an article a few weeks ago put out. Zach put up the link for it. I would encourage you to hop on there and look at it, even if you don't have interest in Line-X. Okay, this and it's I think it's about a 4 or 5 page article. It's going to look like something like this before on a computer screen and when you print it out. I'd say this is a pretty fair article the way it's written, and I think the tones and the story that's told in there explains a lot. The main thing I wanted to bring it up wasn't for personal reasons, wasn't for what my partner and I are feeling this week or whatever. It does feel nice to have a group of people to be able to share so much love and support and excitement that we have over the past 2-3 weeks in the growth of this young channel and the support you guys have shown me. And like I said, I just needed to vent a little bit tonight and just kind of get it off my chest and just share it with you guys and just say, man, it's been a rough couple of weeks, and it isn't fear of moving forward. We got a plan. We're in good shape. If anything, we got even bigger and better, exciting things going down this year, and the stuff that we've developed and been working towards, not knowing where we were going to be as we work through this. So we're doing pretty good. But what's going on? The private equity firms in this country that are buying everybody up and assembling these superpower groups and stuff like that. Long story short, that's what's happened to us. And they've come in and they've tried to take our franchise that was not a typical type franchise and try to flip that around. And the reality of it is this has happened time and time again. There's more franchises, franchisor, franchisee disputes going out there right now. But the thing and the reason I kind of wanted to mention this is I'd like to ask all of you a favor, please. Rayleigh, okay, I'm kind of jabbering and I'm kind of losing the chat. I see you coming in. Welcome, Rayleigh. Thank you for being here again, dear. But what I'd like to ask of you guys is, like I said, there's a little over 400 stores in the Line-X network, or there has been. Let's put it that way. Better part of 200, or a little more than 200 of us domestically are basically walking away and calling it quits this week. If you in your area, if you've had a Line-X store and all of a sudden you see a name change, all of a sudden they're George's bedliners or they're George's accessories or whatever. Please, please read that article if it's of any interest to you. And if you're not into that stuff, it's probably a bit of a boring read. But please try to support your local Line-X store or franchise, whether they're remaining Line-X. These are all good people. And some people can't do this right now. Some people are choosing not to. But please support any existing Line-X's that are out there in your community. And by all means, if you had a Line-X franchise in your area, please, more than ever, if there's anything that they can do for you, and these are largely very, very good, hardworking people that believe in high quality stuff. If you need anything, just please at least give them a chance. Try to give them some support. They need it. But even more importantly than that, with all the crap that's been going on in the world the last 4 or 5 years, with all these PE firms doing what they're doing, with inflation the way it is, we talk about it a lot in the knife world. And quite honestly, you know, the what we complain about and how much the knives and how much our EDC gear and the price increases we see, and why is it that manufacturers are charging so much? Quite honestly, there's probably a really good reason for it. And from a consumer's perspective, I know it can be really hard to understand, but the cost of doing business and the cost of trying to support a business and make it happen, trying to find help and be able to afford to pay the help properly, while you have all these companies literally stealing margin from you, a little bit, a percent here, a percent there, it all adds up. And so really, thanks for letting me vent. I'm going to get off of this, but please, and I'll jump back in the chat here and try to catch up and see what I've missed. But please, if you can support, you know, any former or transitioning or existing Line-X business, please do so. Any local small business, and I don't know if a lot of people give this a lot of thought, but I can tell you from a small business owner's perspective in the United States today, brick and mortar businesses are struggling to stay afloat. So if you have any local small business that you frequent, that you want to see, and you want them to be there tomorrow, you want them to be there next month, next year, I get it. I'm an offender too. We all shop online a lot. But even sometimes if you have to pay more, try to keep your local business. Try to keep it brick and mortar, please. Believe it or not, there's a lot of this stuff, if we were to extend this conversation, that relates back to us, the consumer. You know, knife prices, steel prices. You know, there's a lot of greedy people that are doing stuff that are forcing companies, even large corporations. We think of Benchmade, we think of Spyderco, and how big they are. And people assume that they're just loaded with money. And quite honestly, that's just not really the way it works. And I don't know their financials, but I can guarantee you what, the cost of doing business has gone up. And so try to keep that in mind. Whether you're dealing with a big corporation, a big knife company, or a small business, it's tough trying to keep it afloat this day and age. And so please, I'm just asking you to try to support your local small business, and I appreciate you. So, but yeah, that's been kind of my crappy week. And as you can see, you know, we've as excited as we've been coming into it, we've just been a lot more emotional about it than we expected to be. But I appreciate you listening to me, and doesn't look like I ran too many of you out of here from the count on that. But let's get on to something fun. I'm going to kind of catch up, get a little drink here for a second. I think we're going to throw it back on the table, kind of look at this beautiful collection of bug outs, and let me get a drink here really quick, and then we're going to work on getting some more fun stuff doing there. I'm probably, guys, I really wasn't even trying to keep up with the chat. I'm going to try to have to come back here and probably read through a lot of this later, so we don't drag this thing out forever tonight, or we just a little bit under an hour here. So, but thanks for getting that out. I'm just going to scroll through here. Appreciate you, Zach. Thank you, sir. Josh Branson, always a mom and pop shop who suffer from this kind of self-righteous or entitlement. Yeah, it very much is, Josh, but believe it or not, it isn't just a mom and pop shop anymore. I mean, it's brutal. And I'll tell you, if anybody ever wants to have a bigger conversation about this, away from our fun time and stuff like that, by all means, reach out to me. Like I said, there's a time and a place. We need to support these businesses. Quite honestly, stay out of the automatic walk-through, do-it-yourself checkout lines. Wait in line for a checker. You're putting paid employees to work and keeping them working in your community. There's where Ray Lee came in. How you doing, kiddo? Sorry you came in right in the middle of my vent and my rant. Look at you, Ray Lee, already making some friends. I'm not surprised. Very cool. Thank you, Al Cap. I appreciate you, sir. And by all, anybody that does choose to read that or pursue that, if you have any questions, like I said, I don't want to keep this going all night, but feel free. I mean, reach out to me, and like I said, would love for you to just help support your local small business. Very good. Shower, very good. Hey, Joe, I probably already missed you, but I see that you were saying you got to get out of here. So hopefully you're still here. Have a good evening, sir. Thank you, Josh. That's very kind. Trust me, whether it's me or anybody else, that support is it's critical. And it's very, very much appreciated, especially at the small business level. To get through here. Joe Isabella, support local, buy local. Bought a case today from a little local hardware store and helps. It absolutely does. Especially if you're buying it for the same price, maybe even a buck or two more, a buck or two less. And try to support them instead of going online. I know I try to whenever I can. We got a couple of small Benchmade dealers here. The one of them, the Army Navy store here, he usually is beating online prices, so it doesn't really behoove me to walk past them to go online when I can go actually probably save a few dollars there. Sorry, that soda's coming back up on me, or this sparkling water, I should say. Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear that, bush crap. Yep. The scamdemic is definitely just really screwed up a lot of people, and quite honestly, the back end of it and how they've learned how to manipulate it and try to basically send people home, make more money. It's kind of criminal if you ask me. Yes, Josh, I agree with you 100% there. War on coal, yeah, literally, and I mean, it just struggle to not become a ghost town, right? Yeah, those dogs don't feel that rain like you do. Well, thank you, Rayleigh. Appreciate that. All right. Yeah. 2 years to flatten the lines. Yeah, 2 years, and still going for another two past that too, right? All righty. All right. So let's get beyond that, and let's get to kind of what I kind of wanted to talk about tonight. I love playing with knives. The bug out. And like I say, before I ever got into chats or got into, kind of interacting like we are now, my video consumption, I was here to learn a little bit about what are the new knives out there that I wanted to buy. And then pretty soon after that, and I mean, obviously I like to build and customize things, vehicles and all kinds of stuff. But it didn't take me long before I want to start tearing knives apart. A little Nick Shabazz came into my life, and then a little Zach stuff was soon to follow there. And quite honestly, I was out looking and learning when the bug out first came out, and that's how I stumbled across Zach. Is I was just researching bug outs, and I stumbled across one of his videos, and I think he was tearing apart. I don't remember the exact one, but he was definitely modifying it. I don't remember if it was a scale swap or maybe just a basic pocket clip or something like that. But was definitely doing that. But my favorite over the years, like I was saying, has become the bug out. And typically, and that's why I like these guys right here. This is the 535 BK02. This is otherwise known as the CF Elite. Obviously you're getting the S30V blade steel here. I have also, I don't know why that's not focusing on that very well tonight. It was doing a lot better the other night. There we go, give it a chance. But anyways, that was S30V. I talked about the couple other options that are out there. That 20CV Work Sharp is where I've gotten those from when I want the 20CV. And then also Blade HQ, I think it was, has some M4 that were also good pickups to do that. All right, Jimmy Crow. All right, you have a good evening, sir. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for throwing that email out there, Zach. Appreciate that. All righty. You have a good evening, sir. Kathleen, what's your favorite handle material on the bug outs? Oh boy, that's tough. I'd say probably. I'd say as far as just we're talking material, it might have to be the micarta. And these are the crossfade scales. These are the black linen micarta crossfades, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I love the texture of the micarta. I generally like kind of just the texture in general, especially if you get your hands wet or greasy or oily. And that's one of the reasons I like micarta, aside from its appearance. These were really cool, and I love the way that these have kind of patinaed from the oils in my hand. But even the edges here, when we first got these scales, they weren't all blacked out like they are on there now. And quite honestly, that's just from rubbing the edges and the oils off your hands and black them out. But I'd have to say my favorite material, as far as from a use standpoint, not necessarily always from an aesthetics, but it would probably be the micarta, Kathleen. The titanium, they're awesome. You can do so much cool stuff with it. I will say this: the titanium isn't always, depending on the titanium scale, isn't always my favorite feel in hand. As far as probably my favorite set of scales overall on the bug out so far, it's got to be the gills. And obviously the bear paws, and you can see those things, they're just made to fill the bear paws. And believe it or not, I don't think that everybody needs a humongous 3.5, 4, 5-inch blade on them. When you got big hands, to me, I think a good, a little Ben Peterson in me probably here. And I think Ben knows a lot about what he's talking about, right? He's always kind of been that proponent. If it's more than about 3 inches on a knife blade, it starts to tip over into not being functional most cases. And I know he used to always like to do his little finger deal back in the Blade HQ days, and stuff like that. And quite honestly, I tend to agree with him. But there's something about actually carrying, or at least for a person with big hands, carrying a full-size handle, and even on a smaller blade. At first, there's a little bit of a weird balance to it, but really enjoyed that. So those would be, Kathleen, some of the feedback on the different scales and stuff. Thank you for getting those links out there, Mr. Zach. I appreciate you. Josh, bug out was the biggest shocker of your journey this far. Shocker in the sense that you were surprised you like it so much, shocker, or surprised in how much you disliked it. I'm assuming there's a little bit of love there. Those knives sent me an extremely generous box of knives to help me build the channel since my skydiving career is over. Right on, Bushcraft. There you go. Shout out to Eric with Bobo's Knives, hooking Bushcraft up. I love it. Ray Lee, the internet's currently your enemy. Yeah, well, where you're at, sometimes just getting internet connection can be your enemy. Alrighty. Yeah, you're familiar with the bug out there, Manufacturing. Yeah, I didn't say I was going to bring unique, dude. So, but yeah, it's very familiar. Very cool. Yeah, relationships like that are very, very nice to have. I agree. Yeah, I've been known to clown around a little bit there, Josh. I might resemble that. Very cool. Hey, Dwayne Letterman, welcome. Appreciate you getting in here, sir. All right, Josh, thanks for the feedback. Yeah, shocked how much you were discounting it. and you just carry your, yeah, right. I mean, I know I was kind of like that at first when I was first learning on it. Quite honestly, it was above my pay grade of where I wanted to go. And I think my first bug out, it was my original CF Elite that I bought. That was my very sort of first Benchmade, um, and I struggled. I think it was $105 is what I paid for it locally, if I remember right. And that was a struggle for me to drop that much on that knife in particular back then. And boy, am I glad I did. But boy, how things have changed now. They're not $105 for the CF Elite anymore, are they? So, hey, said Stevie, welcome. Yo, yo, you mofo. How are you, my man? Welcome. Great to have you here, sir. Lonnie, how are ya? How are ya? Looks like we got a few more guys coming in here. Hey, you guys that are just rolling in, if you want to throw a pocket, check out. It's got to be a pocket razor style check. I want to hear something sharp coming out of your pockets, especially you, Stevie. I know you always got something sharp in your pockets, dude. So, Manny, did you throw one out earlier? Throw one out for me there, bud. Anyways, I'm going to kind of keep moving on here, but messing around with this, try to keep up with you guys. But anyways, just wanted to kind of throw out a few ideas. And what I've got going on, the reason I want to talk about this tonight is kind of twofold. Obviously, this knife, the CF Elite, became this knife. And oh my gosh, I forgot to talk about something, but we'll circle back to that here in a few. We can slide that in after we're done with this. But obviously on some of the unboxings I did early on a few of the lives, no big secret, I bought another set of the Gills scales. We're not going to build this out tonight. I'm not even going to attempt to do that here in my rookie state. But basically what I want to do is just kind of throw it out. Like I say, I love this one so much. I wanted to get those carbon fiber ones. This is going to be the donor knife for that. And just kind of wanted to throw it out there. I'm not 100% certain on what I want to do with it. Obviously, I've got one of the lanyard heart hole fillers that'll pop right into the bug outs. That's not going to get used in this build, obviously, but I've got that sitting around in case we come up and want to do something else with another one. But just kind of wanted to throw a few ideas out here, a few pieces and parts we've got pulled together. These, I think you guys saw these on the Zach's channel. He is where I learned about these, as I do with so much of like the Benchmade stuff. But those are those rock scales. Those are those really nice tailored pocket clips that Zach discovered for us and shared with us. You know, if we're going to do a murdered out, maybe something like that might be pretty cool. Got some other goodies that kind of picked up along the way to kind of play with on some Benchmades or some bug outs. And here's a Lynch clip. Gonna be an option from Lynch right there. And this I've been wanting to try out. I like the MXG gear clips. I use them a lot for a couple of reasons. I haven't done any Lynch yet, and I definitely have always wanted to. That's similar in the style that I've been using from Lynch. And let me get one of those out here, out of the old toy box here real quick, and we'll throw it out there. But this is that, well, do I have it on there? Yeah, it's actually that clip that's right there. And I actually like to carry these for reasons. The MXG, not all of their finishes are always great, but for me, I don't necessarily buy those for the aesthetics of it, so much as the way that they carry and the way that my hands print on them. And usually, even when I'm long on a shorter knife, you know, I just don't get any hot spots with them. But quite honestly, on the smaller knives, I actually like having that round hole, as it gives me a place to plant that pinky. So I've got a little bit of a back end grip on it. And for people with big hands, no, small knives, when you're flipping and flicking and all that stuff, sometimes it's nice to have a little bit more purchase back there. But I also like the way that these things carry in the pocket, especially in an environment where we work. I love how they carry. Oftentimes we're rolling around on the ground, sliding around. But anyways, got some of that there. I think we've got another Lynch over here. And so, anyways, just want to throw out, get some ideas. Send me an email, throw them in the chat there. Let us know. I've got the blue option on the Lynch clip, and I'm kind of thinking that maybe with this guy here on this second set of the gill scales, what do you think? Maybe do kind of a blackout with the black and blue being the accent. Maybe pick up some hardware for this. What do you guys think? Let's see if we can get this guy out of here. I haven't got any screws I'm going to lose. No. So let's go ahead. Let's use a bug out to open it. How about that? Get that guy out. But anyways, this is one I kind of just wanted to just been wanting to put it together for a while. But what do you think? Maybe those carbon fiber. Maybe do a little blue accent. I'm gonna have to pick up some hardware to do that. But that's one kind of just wanting to throw out there, get some ideas back on it. What do you guys like? I need to get an order in for some hardware with Adrian. I've been meaning to do that for a long time. I keep getting ready to do it, and then I never seem to. But probably time to order a bunch of hardware from him for some of these builds we got coming up. Palmer, I'm just rolling back here, seeing who I missed while I've been jabbering. Palmer, how you doing, sir? Welcome. Tactical Terry. Shit, you're late. No, you're not. You're here, dude. We're all good. I'm not that interesting that you can be too awful late. But thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Lonnie, Blue Schools are beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate that. I enjoy them. Todd Carr, welcome, sir. Good to see you, my friend. All right, just catching up. Who else? If I miss you coming in, please give me a shout out and say, hey, you missed me, dude. I'm trying to catch everybody. I'm trying to get you guys. So, Lonnie, just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything there. But anyways, yeah, love any feedback you have. Like I said, just want to kind of get moving on this one. I'll probably start putting that together. Maybe even just with the black hardware on there, and then maybe we'll decide if we want to go to some blue hardware or something else on there. Or what do you think? You guys like, you prefer the blue clip, or should we get one of the black clips on there and just murder it out and just go all the way? What do you guys think? Alrighty, there we go. So those are those two guys right there. See if we can do this. Those are the Lynch. Basically the same clip. We got the black and we got the blue. And then of course we got the MXG gear. And quite honestly, I'm not in a big hurry to throw it on here. I've already got about 6 knives with that on there, and I got about another 6 of them sitting over here. They're going to get it. Like I said, these are definitely a favorite. But here again, what do you guys think? Might work, or do you like more of the rock scale style clip on there? What do you think? That's definitely not going to get it as deep carry down there. Try to see if I can hold that there. What do you think? That is a sexy clip. So, alrighty. What do we got going on here? So you guys are jabbering back at me. Lonnie, Todd, Palmer. You guys are coming in there. Thank you, Zach, for throwing up all of the links. Appreciate you, sir. Everybody give a shout out to Master Moderator Zach Stuff. Boy, I'll tell you what, he's been a hell of a friend and really put up a lot of my crap trying to figure this out here the past month or so. And I really appreciate you, Zach, very much, sir. You are a friend and a gentleman. Oh, I wasn't. You're not going to get mad, right? You're okay with the gentleman part? I think you should be. You are. Right. Lynch Northwest for the win. Right on, Stevie. Milton. Hello, Mind to Milton. Evening. How are you, sir? Sucker for the blue. That's what you go, Mark Parks. Okay. So the black, the black carbon fiber with the blue is what Mark's throwing out there. Mark Parks. Look at this. Everybody's saying hi. Welcome them in here. I love that. Palmer, long day and very glad it's over. How are you, Mr. Razor? So thank you for asking, Palmer. I just kind of had a little vent on these guys earlier, I think, before you showed up. I've had a bit of a rough week, not in a horrible bad way, just kind of more of an emotional way. My partner and I have been struggling a little bit of having to say goodbye to a brand that we've put 22 years into building for our lives, just because somebody wanted to get greedy. But we got a hell of a plan. We're gonna come out on the backside of this thing a lot better than we ever were here. So just keep your chin up. We're trying to keep our chins up. Like I say, it just sometimes you got to work through stuff. Appreciate you asking, though, sir. The Prince pry bars. I have actually no pry bars. I need to get my hands on those. I was looking at some of the stuff that they've had out there the last few weeks. Boy, they've got some good looking stuff out there that they always have, right? But some of the blues and the purples and some of the stuff that I've been seeing on some of their posts and stuff lately. Just amazing. Might have to get in there and get some of that. Uh-oh, I think I got a little bit of jump there. Palmer 5 prize and 164 clips, said Stevie. I love it, love it, love it. You are definitely a clip fan. And why only 5 prize, Stevie? That's all you need, or are you stepping out on them on the pry bars a little bit? Steve-O, how are you, sir? Absolutely, we're having a good time here. How are you doing, Steve-O? You having a good time? Thank you so much for that wonderful donation last week to the giveaway, Steve-O. That was so kind of you, sir. All right, loser, you're going with the black clip. Okay. Not getting a bunch of votes in on this. Come on, throw it in there, guys. What do you think, black or blue? Probably I'm gonna probably chase the hardware behind the clip is probably what my plan will be on that. Oh, Palmer, you can fathom 164 knives. You probably just haven't gotten there yet. It happens a lot faster than you think. Maddie, I love you. Come up with the best stuff. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, have a sexy clip too. There you go. Lemmy, how are you? If I missed you earlier. Todd Car, which version is my favorite one as far as version of the bug out or of the stuff that I've done here? Kind of maybe it was before you came in, but handle material on the bug out was a micarta. If you missed that, overall my favorite carry has got to be the XL Gills, which is why I'm going to do a second one here. But boy, I don't know. They've got some really. Here's a limited edition here. That's hard not to be a fan of. I'll tell you what. And I'm not always a fan of carbon fiber. This is one of my first carbon fiber scaled knives. And even though I don't always, I do very few lanyards and don't necessarily always appreciate it. I really like the way they did that one. I don't know. I think that's super sexy right there. But I'd probably have to say, as far as the bug outs go, this guy with the Metten Boss and those aeroplane, or I forget what they're calling them. This is probably my overall favorite. I'd say carry wise, weight wise. I do like a little bit of weight to it. I do like the way that blue clip, even though it got worn a little bit there, looks on there. And I don't know if it shows up very well. Probably needs to be cleaned up a little bit. But this thing, I have absolutely had just an absolute razor on that thing. And I think if I remember right, this one's laid down at 15 degrees on this one. And it's amazing how far you can lay 20 CV down and still have it be amazing. But kind of where I'm getting here, guys, with all this is kind of wanted to get your feedback. Obviously, have a conversation. But I've got a little bit of a proposal. Let me get caught up here real quick. I want to throw out to you guys. Okay, LCAP, prefer the Lynch, but the original bug out clip is good enough. Never had a desire to change it. I get that. Benchmade makes good clips. I think a lot of it is, do you want to go deep carry or not? Their little mini deep carry is actually one of my favorites. And the few things I've gotten out of the custom shop, I think in all cases that I recall, yeah, you can see this one out of the custom shop. I brought in just a Benchmade standard mini deep carry clip on that. I actually find the smaller clips actually hold better. The longer clips for me, for whatever reason, they tend to get more slide in my pocket. Thank you, Kathleen. Very cool. Red and black for Satisfaction. Yeah, you got the Phoenix colors. You gonna throw a little orange in there to help contrast the red there, Maddie? Yeah, red and black. I love that. Red, black, and silver. Red, black. Definitely growing up in high school, that was my favorite combination. I do gravitate more towards the blue anymore. Obviously, I have an orange problem as well. Okay. Uh-oh. Sorry you can't see that on the phone there, Bushcraft. I feel your pain. I've done most of my stuff until recently on the phones. That can be a pain in the butt. Zach once held the door open for Stevie and pulled out his chair before he sat down. He truly is all about the DSKFS life. You absolutely are correct, sir. Kathleen, always blue. Okay. Hopefully, always blue is in the color and not in the mood. Oh, Maddie, he's stepping on your game. Usually, you're the one I'm seeing clearing everything out of the lives there, bud. So, looks like he got you a little riled up. Let's see. It's K Maddie with the fashion sense of a cow, black and white, and occasionally brown. Right on, Todd. Oh, look at you guys all bonding and getting ready to go dating. Oh, look at that. Okay. Well, if you're colorblind, then color doesn't really matter. I guess it does, but hard to tell which end of the spectrum you're on at any given time, I'd imagine. Yeah. Okay. Self-banned. There you go, Tactical Terry. Very cool. Nice shout out there. Murder out with the black one, Rory. Okay. They were getting running roughly about half and half there. Work was late, Steve-O, but now you're home. I know. It feels good, doesn't it? Okay, we've got another blue vote there from Lonnie. Prefer the black as a base and red or whatever color as an accent. Okay. Okay, so for real. Dude, thank you for getting real. That happens so rarely. I'm proud that you did it here tonight with us. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way though, Maddie. I like the black base. Are you the same way on the coated blades? Do you prefer the coated blades, or you prefer the satin or the polished blades, or even a light stone wash, Maddie? Or you tend to like the black blades as well? Lonnie coming back. Blue's always best. You're working the blue there, Lonnie. I appreciate that. Thank you. Uh-oh. Discord's coming into it. Could be getting in trouble. Right, Todd. Bug Out's favorite mod. Very cool. Very cool, Stevie. Very cool. Well, let's figure out a way to get you hooked up with the Bug Out and see what you can come up with. That would be cool. Right, Satisfaction. I'll tell you what, I don't know how much you guys really tip over into some serious sharpening or not, but there becomes a point, and I learned it all too unfortunately. Even if you're used to being around sharp knives, you push them very far, and it becomes it's a brand new learning experience on how to handle them. I know I've torn myself up a few times with them, and it doesn't take much. I carry a lot more working edge than I do some of the scary stuff anymore. Safety first, Stevie. That's right. As dummies that like to put our fingers on the blade, that we're the ones that always get bit, right? Strong enough a bit to the jeans. Okay, Lonnie, you like venturing strong and a bit to the jeans on the jean. Okay. Right on, Lemmy. Yeah, well, grab, take her by the tail. Grab the Ooh, that one needs a little bit of juice. Grab the knife by the pointy end. 20, you'll see slim tissue. Well, it's 20 CV, 204P, and M390 are chemically similar. Find M390 gets and holds edge just a bit better. I've actually played around with 20 CV and 390 a little bit, slim tissue as well. 204P, I have not had a chance to really do any sharpening or play with or carry, so I can't speak to that. I'd say they're super similar. Maybe a little bit. I'll tell you the steel that really surprised the heck out of me the first few times I sharpened it, and it was a relatively new steel to me, was the S90V. I don't know what it is about that stuff, but I've been able to literally get the most insanely sharp edges out of S90V. It's just been amazing. That's the one that I tore myself up on pretty good too, because it was like I couldn't believe how sharp it actually was. Very good. Just trying to catch up. Belt satin is your favorite, but you like the black blade when it jives and with handles nicely. Cool. Thank you, Satisfaction. Appreciate the feedback on that. Yeah, I think most people probably lean that way. The stonewash, the satins, the polish more so than the coateds. At least that's kind of what it seems like. It feels like the balance we talk about a lot about there. Not a fan of coated stainless steel blades. Only real makes sense on carbon steels for function. And I get that from a functionality standpoint. I would agree with you, Todd. And I think that's one of the reasons why some of us weirdos that prefer it as an aesthetic, regardless of whether or not steel needs it, sometimes have a hard time finding knives. One of the reasons I don't have an RSK yet is every time I go to grab one, the colorway that I want has already been bought up or isn't available with a coated blade. And quite honestly, it's kept me from pulling the trigger on those for a while. But definitely want to get some RSKs headed this way at some point, whether they got the coated blade or not. Alrighty, looks like, let's see, Todd Carr, 203 sharpens up the same as M390 or 20 base the same. Yeah, and that's kind of what I've kind of experienced too, Todd. I do think that maybe there is something to it. I've got probably a similar amount of 390 to 20 CV. I would say probably I would agree, especially when you strop them both out similar edges. 390 maybe just a bit more. The 20 CV, for whatever reasons, I seem to get a little bit better edge retention out of than the M390. So, I mean, it's like anything else. You can have the same recipe made in 3 different places, and there's going to be differences. They're not going to be identical. Trust me, I was, well, let's see, we won't go there. If you don't want communication, you actually touch a blade edge, it's not sharp enough, right? Polymer forged stingers, a 14-degree mirror polish, unnecessary. But God, I know, right? I mean, let's face it. There's rarely a time for a mirror polish, but there's just something super sexy about it. And they're not necessarily the best working edges. The polished edges that I've kind of prefer is go ahead and put a good working edge on it. Maybe take it out to like a 1600, 1800, maybe a 2000. And then just as you strop it and maintain it, let it polish out that way. At least you've still got a little bit of the toothiness in it. When you go to a straight hard polish down to a 1/4 micron, it doesn't take much to start. I mean, there's some insane sharpness there, but depending on the material, especially fibrous material, you start to tip over and go the wrong way. In my experience, in my opinion. Kind of cookies are you guys baking? Looks like I missed something there. How are we doing? Okay, very cool. Anyways, the reason I kind of want to talk about all this, kind of got sidetracked and whatnot, but I've got an idea. This guy that we've been talking about, this is one I've just been wanting to put together as a second setup to that other gills that I've got there. I'm gonna get these up here out of the way and clean up some of this mess without losing all these small clips in the carpet or something. But what I'd like to do is there is another brand new in the box. Not even unsealed yet. 535 BK-2 bug out sitting right there. And I'd like to build one with you guys. That's what I'd like to do. So that box, the same knife is in that box right there. This one's going to stay with me. We're going to keep this one. I'm going to build that one out, and I'm going to have fun with that one. Probably using those XL scales. But this is what I'd like to throw out to you guys. I'd like you guys to come back, comment on this video, and maybe even throw a video together here in the next week or so. But what I'd like to do, you guys have shown so much love and support, and I don't know where we're at right now. We're hovering just under 150 subscribers right now. Benchmade keeps taking a couple of them away here and there as we gain them. But what I'd like to do is kind of with the Pocket Razors community here, you guys that have been supporting it, I'd like to start to get some ideas. I'd like for you guys to take a look, if you want, at different scale options, different hardware options, you know, as far as, let's get some of the production stuff out of the way here. You know, do we want to go titanium? We want to go micarta? Want to keep it something simpler? We want to do something G10-ish. And I just realized I don't really have a bug out with nice custom G10 scales on it. Let's throw that guy back out there. But I'd love it if you guys would start to throw some feedback this way. And let's build a bug out together. Let's do it here on the channel. Next few weeks, let's try to work through what are the pieces and parts we want. We've already got the donor knife here. Figure out the scales, figure out the clips. I'm totally open to suggestion. We'll get some options figured out. And full size or mini RSKs or pocket razors, you know me, I like them both. I've got mini grip and I've got full size grip. I'd say, boy, I don't know. Both. Can I have both? If I had to choose one, I'd probably say let's go with the full size Zach. If I had to choose. LMAX, yes, I've got some LMAX over here. I haven't monkeyed around with it too much, so okay, there we go. But let's over the next few weeks, come prepared next week with some ideas, some thoughts. Please, if you can, throughout the week, either drop a comment on this video or send me an email, pocketrazors@gmail.com, and let's start to get some ideas. I'll get some stuff ready. Hey, OCD for EDC, what's going on, my man? Welcome, Justin. Great to have you here, sir. Did you bring Molly along? You're flying solo. You're probably out working Thursday, huh? Or you make it back home yet? Appreciate you being here. Thank you, Justin. But yeah, let's start to round up some ideas here next week or two. Let's get some scales found or some ideas for scales. Let's plan on having a conversation next few weeks. Let's talk about clips. Let's talk about hardware. We'll get some stuff rounded up. But ultimately what I'd like to do is once we get done building our bug out together, if we can get this thing done, which I don't think it's going to be a problem, we get this thing done and get her built out before we hit 500 subscribers, we'll use this as a 500 subscriber giveaway for the 500 subscribers. What do you think? You guys like doing something like that? We'll build us a giveaway knife that one of you guys are going to end up with. I think it'd be fun. Hopefully you guys do too. I guess we'll find out. Todd Carr, we're still talking steel back here. Treat in most cases from HRC and how it was treated can make you. Yeah, you're absolutely right, and that's the problem with trying to get direct comparisons on blade steels, isn't it? If you got different heat treats on the same stuff, they're all going to test out differently. Ooh, okay, so you're home. Cool. Welcome home, Justin. Welcome home. Hey, dude, I was you've been a little distracted. Before you bail out of here, Justin, what's your how familiar are you with Pendleton whiskey? Come on, you've been enjoying some bourbon and some whiskey and stuff here the past few weeks. Just kind of curious, have you ever had Pendleton? Are you a fan? Never had it? Throw that out there for me, would you? I've got an idea. Crazy idea, but I got an idea. Lonnie, an Osborne? Absolutely. Everybody needs an Osborne. Jesse, good evening. Welcome. Hey, Dane, how are you? If you've been here, I think I missed you, but welcome. 535 is the best. 535-3 is best bug out. Okay, very nice. Matisfaction, red and black. Going hard on a Thursday night. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go hard or go home, right, Justin? So, let's see. What do we got? Palmer, 535, 4 K is the... I can't tell what your animal is there, buddy. So sorry, my old eyes just don't see that little crap that well. Titanium is best. G10 is poopies. Oh, come on, Matisfaction. It can't. It's not poopies. It might be a fart, but maybe not poopies. Come on now. Let's be fair. It's your most carried El Cap. There you go. Bushcraft, OD in black. I'm into some OD there, Bushcraft. Let's get some ideas out there. Colors too, guys. Throw out what kind of colors we looking for, what kind of scales, what kind of hardware. OCD free mini deep carry is the only clip for a Benchmade. I mean, generally, in theory, I agree with you on that. I have a few that I have not converted yet, but generally they're going to get converted. So I've got to jump on there and agree with you on that 100%. What are the top scales? Pain, sorta? I'm not sure what you mean there, Jesse. What do we got? What do we got? Is it DLC? I thought it was a Cerakote. I don't know that off the top of my head. Palmer, I have to look that up. Very cool. But anyways, what do you guys think? You guys up for building a 500 giveaway bug out? Let's have some fun. You've tried Pendle once, a bunch of times. Not my favorite. It's pretty good. Okay, cool. Like I say, it's not for everybody. I didn't know as you've been trying some of that stuff if that had been in your wheelhouse. It was something that took me a little bit by surprise. I actually liked it better than I thought it was going to, believe it or not. But it does have a different flavor profile to it than a lot of that stuff does. So, blue with black highlights. Right on, brother Zach. I appreciate you. I think you and I are the blue and black guys around here. Let's see if we win or not. And see if these guys come up with some great ideas. Maybe make us rethink our preferences, which I think is probably likely. I don't know. I'm just saying I don't have any bug outs that we've done orange on. Just saying. So let's let that guy hang out there for a little bit. He hasn't seen any love in a long time. Anyways, let's get this start setting this stuff away and getting it out of the way here. And imagine that I prefer my card over G10 though. Okay, my card over G10. Okay, there you go. I'm a Marcarta fan. Very cool, very cool. Let's get this stuff out of the way. Check my notes over here. And that's kind of all I really had to talk about tonight as far as my little vent session, and then talk about the bug outs and kind of what we got coming up here. What we like to try to do anyways. What are we doing on time? Okay, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. I don't think we got anybody probably waiting for us too much later after this. Get some of this stuff out of the way here so we don't get it all mixed up. Look at that. We'll start working towards our giveaway for the night here. I think bunches of ones. Very cool, very cool. Let's see what do we got going on here for the old giveaway this week. Let me get my crap. Oh, this is what I forgot earlier, guys. I had mentioned way earlier. I'd won that Knife Fast giveaway, his Monday night giveaway. Had that Dust Devil, that Kubi Dust Devil in there. Really impressed, but that was in there. Did a little video on that and on the unboxing, but. You know, the cool thing about DSKFS and these boxings and unboxings and these giveaways and all the good stuff is the people behind them. And, you know, the thing that probably two of my favorite things, as much as there was a knife and a multi-tool in there, stuff like that. Look at this. I just want to give KC and his family a shout out. I love how him and the kids are involved in this. And these are going to be two of my most favorite things that I've added in my collection. You know, I mean, knives and everything are cool, but that's pretty cool. I mean, Casey, Ashlyn, Trevor, and Charlotte, all you guys are a blast to watch, and thanks for bringing your family to it. And just really wanted to give you a shout out, and thank you for the giveaway win. I appreciate it, Casey. Appreciate you, appreciate your channel, and like I said, I just think it's wonderful how your family, how you've either included them or they wanted to be included or both, and I just think that's a wonderful thing. So, shout out to you. Did kind of an unboxing video on that. Just wanted to have some fun with it, and got that posted out there the other day. But as far as for our giveaway tonight, let's grab some of this goodness over here. See what we've got. Got an orange bag. Let's see what we got in it. Pull some of this goodies out of here. I'm gonna get a little Rosecraft Blades koozie there. We'll throw us a little of that rock scaling design out there. Gotta have, especially since he showed up tonight. Thank you, Justin, for being here, my man. Got a little Slick-em-all that we got here a few weeks ago. We're going to throw that into there. By the way, guys, these patches are not going to go in there. They're just there for love and support. And by the way, speaking of love and support, a little shout out. Remember, Fluffy's always watching now. Thank you, Mr. Zach. We got this little Gabriel Iglesias checking us out. Oh, as always, we got to have us a DSKFS patch in there. Let me get some more of this goodies out of here. We got a whole complement of stickers we're going to throw in again tonight. We've got some love from Bluminati Ninja sticker there. We got some Zach stuff. We got a little Bluminati Ninja and Twisted Stiss. And I just love his artwork. Look at that. And Maddie, you even got one of yours tonight there, buddy. Thank you very much. And Big Red EDC, hope he's having a good time on his trip. JB, I hope you're recouping, man. Hope you and the family are having a good time. If you happen to hear this, KC with Nice Fast, one of the holographic stickers. It seemed only appropriate to make sure we got one of those in there tonight. Little QSP. I love me some Penguin. I love me some QSP. I love me some Finch. They're all kind of sort of related in one way or the other. And a little M-Bomb Jerky. I'm just saying, I had a little conversation with Mateo the other day. We might have some goodies coming for next week. And what do we got? Better than cardboard. A little Lancelot leather. It's always better than cardboard. Got this little Bees Blade sticker in there tonight. Oh, we got the typical Oregon Trucking Auto Authority Super Squatch with the mountains behind it. And we got us a little U.S. flag version. And we got us a little compass sticker. Very good. And what else we got here? We're going to get another one of the Oregon Trucking Auto Authority coins in there. Remember, everybody reach out, support your small business. Like I say, if you got a Line-X that's swapping over and having to reinvent themselves right now, please show them some love, whether they remain one or if they change something else. Little Glow Rhino patch. Get that in there today. And then, of course, we got us Morgan Truck and Auto Authority signed Super Squat patches there. We've also got us a Super Squat keychain. There we go. I promise, guys, we'll try to get some channel artwork put together here before too long. Try to get some channel stuff coming along behind it. We've also got us a little Olight titanium bead that we're going to put in there tonight. What do we got? Rare Matisfaction sticker, bask in all of its glory, for it's seldom seen but often talked about. That's right, that's right. Matisfaction glory sticker. Oh boy, that could have gone really bad. Good thing I said sticker, right? Alrighty, and then we're going to give us a little i3T EOS. Get that thrown out there. And then it's going to come in an orange bag this week, guys. Sorry, this is what I had this week. No knife this week. Might have something coming along for next week if it shows up in time. But we kind of get moving on here, moving forward. We are going to, and I haven't really been watching the chat. Zach, I don't know if you've already thrown any rules or anything out there. We're going to do a typical numbers game again tonight. And then we're just, guys, for now, I'm just going to stay away from the international stuff until I get it figured out a little bit more and try to try to have a little bit more time to figure out what works and what doesn't, and pick some people's brain on it. So we'll just keep it domestic, U.S. addresses only. By all means, if you're international and you have somebody in the U.S. we can send it to, by all means, I'm more than happy with that. Terry and Trig, very good. So yeah, well, there we go. Looks like Zach's getting the giveaway rules out there, and I guess I probably better figure out a range. Where did I put my notepad here? Get the old paper here, and see what we got. Alrighty. Get a range ready here. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty. I better make sure that I remember the range, or my old brain forgets what I wrote down here. Alright. So here we go, everybody. Got that guy. We're going to set that right under here. We got, as soon as we get some start signs from Master Moderator Zach stuff over there, whenever you're ready to roll it, Zach, we're ready to go on this end. I'm going to kind of read back through the chat here just for a second, see what I missed. Grab a little refreshment here. Another thing I want to mention out there, guys, I'm still a rook. I still miss a lot of stuff in the chat. I've been trying to go back and read through them and catch up on them, which I know I've been missing a lot of stuff. If any of you guys ever throw anything out in the chat and I totally miss or whiff on it, please shoot me an Instagram message. Just Pocket Razors over there, Instagram at Pocket Razors, and or send me an email during the week or even the weekend if you want. pocketrazors@gmail.com, and just say, hey dude, you missed me, but this is what I was asking. I'd love to still pick up on that, and I promise try to get better at managing this chat here as we move along here. But there you go. Looks like we got a start sign from Mr. Zach, Mr. Moderator, Master Moderator Zach stuff. Our range, everybody, 650 to 750. 650 to 750 tonight. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Let's see what we can get done here. What do we got? I mean, we got just 29 in here. Shouldn't take too awful long tonight. All right, Zach. You got a competitor. Maddie's gonna mirror you. Hey, Maddie, why don't you guess a number, and then we'll ask everybody in the chat to copy your number. That would make it interesting. We know we'd have a knife off, right? All righty, range 650, 750. Go ahead and get them up in there, everybody. What do we got there? I've got them coming in. I got. I've been playing with this here. I'm gonna try something here. Hopefully it doesn't screw this thing up. Hey, there we go. Figured out how the heck to do that now. Sorry, been wanting to try to figure out how to put your guys' messages up. Yeah, like this one from Satisfaction. Look, Maddie, I learned something new tonight, dude. All right. What do we got? Cruising along. What do you guys got planned for your weekend? You guys have got any big plans? How's the weather in your part of the world? You starting to get springtime, getting warm, you getting out and starting to do more? Doing any camping yet? I know that we're sure hoping to get out and start to do a little bit of that. We've already had 2 busted camping trips here in the last couple of months that didn't pan out that we wanted to try to do. But getting ready to get out and go enjoy the weather a little bit. I know as soon as we get slowed down with work just a little bit, we're try to get out and do that and go have a little bit of fun. What do we got? Yasina. Hi, Yasina. New name. Dave-O from El Paso, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Kevin Smith and Knives, welcome. I don't think I caught you earlier. Very cool, very cool. How we doing? What we got? 34 in here. I'm gonna have to be slowing down here in just a few. What have we got? How we doing, Zach? How we doing? Okay, doing pretty good on the time there. I'd say let's give it another 30 seconds or so. If anybody hasn't got their number in there, please, please, please get it in there so we get you a chance to try to grab this stuff up. There we go. What do we got? Messed it up, right? Weather's great in West Texas. Back to work, occupational hazard, working weekends. Right? Palmer, Dad's getting a new car to replace his Subaru. Might go for a little road trip and hang with Dad. That'd be cool. What kind of cars are you replacing the Subaru with, Palmer? Ooh, Slim Tissue. Looks like you got some yard work to do. You got chainsaws and chippers fired up. Either that or you're clearing some property or something. Harley out and cleaned up. Kevin Smith and nice, very nice. Your ass will be on it. Finally in the 70s. Right on, dude. Love it. Get out there and explore a little bit. Go on an adventure. Love it. Bushcraft, hoping to get some videos up. Weather here has been rain and rain with the possibility of rain. I hear that one. Yeah, I'm hopefully, I've been behind on trying to get some of the content done that I wanted to do, but I'm hoping to get some of that done this weekend. I don't know that we're going to be able to get out and do much, but hopefully I'll get some time to do that. And we're supposed to have a little bit of a off weather. I don't know how bad. Bounced in support. Thank you, Dave-O from El Paso. Appreciate that. Love the support. Thank you so much. But yeah, Zach, whenever there we go. Okay, you're ahead of me. You saw it coming. We got her shut down there. Thank you, Zach, for hitting the stop signs on there. All right, we had a range 650 to 750. 650 to 750. And winning number was 714. We are looking for 714. Let me get back up in here and see what we got. All righty. What have we got? What are we seeing? All right, we're all the way back to the start. And so we'll come back down. What do we got? Alrighty, Palmer 7 over. Oh, T-Fetch, boy, you came out hot. You're just a couple under it. So we got T-Fetch at 712. All right, T-Fetch putting the pressure on 712. We're looking for 714 without going over. Oh, dang, right over. Missed it by 2 on the high side with 716. 700, a little bit low there. 703, Lonnie, a little bit low. You guys were dancing around, and look at all the 703s. So I kind of figured we'd see some other 7 numbers in there based off what we were talking about earlier. But let's see here. I'm not. Oh, El Cap, you were right in there again, my man. 710, you were in there tight. Looks like we still got T-Fetch at 712, though. And trying to get down through here, guys, making sure I'm not missing anything. 688, a little bit on the low side there. Right on. I'm getting back into where we were chatting about our weekends here, so let me just make sure we're not missing anything down at the bottom here. 669 knife knot. I love the idea there, my man. Love the idea. And look at that. El Cap was throwing the range out there. Appreciate that. What did we get down here? I'm almost there, guys. I promise. I'm just Mattisfaction calling T-Fetch. Palmer's calling T-Fetch. Dane's calling T-Fetch. I only saw T-Fetch. My master moderator's calling T-Fetch. Right on, right on, right on. I love it. Congratulations, T-Fetch. It looks like you are unanimously the winner tonight. Please, please, please shoot me an email at thepocketraisers@gmail.com. Please make sure I've got your shipping information and all your contact information so I can get this out to you. I will try to get her packaged up and headed your way as soon as I get that info from you. If you can manage to get it to me tonight, I'll try to get it in the mail to you tomorrow. Oh, there we go. Very cool, guys. Very cool. Let me get back off of this desk. Where we go. Appreciate you guys all being here tonight. And just kind of reading through the chat a little bit. Just been having a lot of fun. Sure appreciate you guys showing up and the love and support you've been giving the channel here the last few weeks. Promise trying to get some more content out there. Got a few more pieces out there. Got a video out there earlier. I went out at noon today. Please stop by and check that out. Would love it if you leave some feedback on that. Man, I mean, if you call me out on it if you got some issues. I love constructive criticism, guys. So let me know what you think. I've got another video coming out, I think tomorrow as well. It's all ready to go. Love it if you guys jump in and check that. What we got? Second win of the day. T-Fetch, where else did you pick something else up earlier today? It must be your lucky day. Yeah, 710 release. Yeah, I was kind of thinking. I kind of thought we'd have a whole bunch of those since we were talking about it right out of the gates there, Zach. But we're definitely dancing around it, that's for sure. Uh-oh, Zach, you better watch out. Maddie's eyeballing you again. You know what happens when that happens. Very, very cool, guys. Very cool. I sure appreciate you guys being here so much. I'm just having a blast doing this and looking forward to doing some more. Got some other segments we want to start getting going here for you guys that are still hanging around. It doesn't look like you're in a hurry to run out of here anyways. Throw it out there to you. One of my desires or intents when I decided to do the channel. Obviously, I've talked about starting the conversation. I love doing the live chat and stuff here. Obviously, making some of the videos and whatnot. But I want to get into doing kind of more of an interview style, podcast style. Probably mostly because of schedules. I'm trying to get schedules to meet up and stuff like that. Probably do more of that recorded. Who knows? Maybe at some point we'll do more of a podcast style live here and there as well. But I have my first victim. We've been talking about it for a few weeks. Right now we have a tentative appointment to make that happen here. Hopefully between now and next week, as long as life doesn't interrupt us. And I'm very much looking forward to sitting down and getting that done and having some fun with that. And hopefully we'll get a chance to get that out to you guys here in the next week or so and get it out. Not sure when or how we'll post that, whether or not we'll do a premiere or not, that kind of stuff. But definitely like to get that out there here coming up really soon. Looking forward to doing that. And, the desire is to just learn more about the people in this community, quite honestly. Just have a little conversation about, the people, where they've come from, whether there are other channels, other creators that have been here. Like I said, I'm so fascinated about what are people's journey? What's your adventure to get to this point? I know this is still so new for me, and I've learned so much in such a short time. But if most people's journeys and stories to get to this point from a creator standpoint are anything like me, there's some good stories to be told. There's some other people that have done this over the past, and quite honestly, I've enjoyed watching that content over the years that I've been in the community as well. And so looking very much forward to having that. At some point, hopefully, if it does well, I'd like to possibly start talking to some manufacturers and stuff in the EDC related community. But the other thing I'd like to do, and if any of you guys out there that don't necessarily have channels, members of the community, would ever consider wanting to have a conversation, whether it's on camera or with a camera pointed at a table or whatever the heck it is, and you'd like to come on and have a conversation, share your story, have a conversation, please reach out to me. I would love to spread it around a little bit. Like I say, mix it up with other channels, other creators, manufacturers, other community members. And if you like a voice and a platform um, to get on here, let's give it a try. I know it's happened before, but hopefully, if all goes well, then we'll try to make it a little bit more of a regular thing. Yeah, T-Fish for the lotto ticket, right? You didn't have that 1 point whatever billion one, did you, T-Fish? That was sold out of Northeast Portland. That's closer to Zach's neighborhood. Zach, you didn't get that, did you? So that was a hell of a win, whoever got that bad boy. But anyways, guys, that's kind of all I had for the night. Really appreciate you guys being here, like I said, and looking forward to doing it next time. I'm going to get out of here, go get something to eat, and kind of finish her off for the day. But yeah, thank you for being here. Love you guys. Peace out. We'll see you next time. Have a great week, everybody. Take care.